If you have a 2003 Mitsubishi Outlander with the 4G64 inline-4 engine, and you notice that your car is idling rough or even stalling out when idling, it may be time to replace or at very least clean your idle air control valve. The idle air control valve is located just beneath the butterfly valve. So if we look on the screen, it is that component right there made of black plastic. In order to access it and remove it, we're going to need to remove a few things that are in the way. First off will be your air intake, your resonator for your air intake, your air filter box, and the hose clamp connection here. And that's just going to allow us to move it out of the way so that we can cleanly access the screws that are holding in the idle air control valve. If you're okay with having minimal access to the component, you don't need to take apart the front of the intake. It seems taking the air filter out of the air filter box and removing this component, you can shove this off to the side, and now you have much clearer access to the idle air control valve right there. This is the component we're after. Now it does have a 6-pin connection on the back that you will need to disconnect. Getting the first screw off is probably easy enough to do, like we had the intake before. But if you just take off this hose and put it to the side, you should have more than enough access at this point to get to all 3 screws, which are smaller Phillips heads holding the idle air control valve in place. After you get that third bolt out, you can pull the idle air control valve, the component that controls all of this, out of the system. Now, word to the wise, that back bolt, that last one, the third one, was really stuck in there. We had to drill and use a screw extractor to get it out. It was pretty brutal, but we did get it. Now, while you have everything disassembled, you should try also cleaning the inside in your butterfly valve for your air intake, as well as clean out, down here as well, and clean up any gunk that might be on this valve. And hopefully your idle will be a bit better when you put everything back together.